Hey Pelly, doing your offline review. Diana versus Kayn. Let's get it. I see you didn't build Dawn. That's kind of rare. I see people going Dawn on Diana basically every game. Um, I know some people still go Proto, which isn't bad, but we'll see. I don't really have big preference. We do a full clear, do it towards top lane because top is Darius, which usually plays pretty aggressive. I agree. Here we play for a double crab. Looks like this game you know that Kayn also cleared upwards because I'll have this thing started 1 second. Because you see him on Raptors, you both know you both full cleared up. So it means you started red. He probably started blue. But I think it makes complete sense to play for double crab here because you know you cleared faster and you know he's also topside. But I would say here, if I was you, I'd be spam danger, caution danger because again you know he's here because you saw him in Raptors. You know he's clearing up, and it's our job as junglers to track jungle. Laners don't track jungle, and you'll be like, oh my teammate's so bad, this is so obvious. But I played professionally, and my professional teammates would also die to this game because they're just so focused on their lane, they're not watching the minimap, right? So, sorry again. Sorry. So you do have an option to counter gank this. I think the option to not counter gank it and just play for double crab is completely fine. But at the very least, you should 100% be spam danger pinging. So Aurora is aware of that. This looks, even though he got assist, this looks really good for you. You get Krugs, double crab, Krugs, Raptors. Here you should just base 100%. I don't even. I genuinely don't care that you got a kill here. Uh, actually, I guess it's not as bad because your wolves aren't even up yet. If your wolves are up, I would say I don't. I literally think that being late to your wolves is worse than this because your wolves aren't up yet. I think it's fine. But this is yeah, because they're pushing and they're low and MF is immobile. I think this is fine. And your wolves aren't up yet. This is fine. I don't think you have to flash though. I think can't you just keep blocking in QE? Let's see. When you flash here, this is when you flash. You're here right now. Your Q range is this, right? So aren't you if you walk up, you're literally 1 pixel from QEing. So I think you just walk 1 more second and you'll QE the MF. You don't really care if Tristana dies or lives. If anything, if Tristana dies, you'll just get the MF kill afterwards, right? In worst case scenario, if she flashes away, then you could just flash E afterwards, you know? So I don't think there's any world that she lives. And, you know, if you have the ability to keep your flash, why would you not try to, right? And same thing, tracking. You know you both cleared upwards. So you know that he's probably going to base after top gank and then run to the Scromp. So here I would be spam danger pinging, caution pinging the Scromp. Or even, if you want, you could even stay here to help push the wave, which is fine for you because you're soaking free gold and free XP. Which you never mind because obviously you get 6 faster and getting 6 early on Diana is really OP. So again, I'm not saying it's your fault this guy died, but do I think it was preventable? 100%. Spam danger, spam caution, help push the wave out. If Kayn comes, there's no way he can 2v3 you guys, or I guess 1v3 you guys. And I think in this case, he wouldn't get the kill, and you'd also get extra golden XP. And here, like you see how you're 1 pixel from 6. If you even got half the wave and then base, and then this would give you 6. And now you having 6 is at this early at 5-16. Think about how disgustingly early in the game this is, right? You can literally do whatever the fuck you want. So definitely think both of the Kayn's ganks so far have been preventable. Ult, yeah, just bad. I mean, the idea of starting with ult's correct, but you have to wait for him to be like, you know, close. I mean, you just missed, you know. Let's watch this again from the start. I think you have bad reaction speed. Like here, you saw him before. You haven't pressed Q yet, and you saw him. So when you see him here, I just wouldn't Q. I just walk up and I would just QE him. If you can hit him with a full combo QEW ult, this just one shots him. Either he dies or he gets chunked like so. I mean, it literally one shots him. But let's say he lives with a sliver. Sliver is fine too because he's too low to contest and he's forced to base. And if he bases, you're gonna get his Raptors and his Krugs, and you're just up so many camps. Double crab, and then these 2 camps, you're gonna be up 6 camps because it's 4, but it's +2 -2, so you'll be up 6 camps. That's a 6 minute mark. It's literally an insane amount, right? So, and if you kill him, it's even better. Oh, you don't have 6 yet. Sorry, yeah, I forgot. You know, I ignore what I said. I forgot you don't have 6 because you didn't take the ball wave, so you can't play how I wanted. But still, this actually you get 6 from the small Raptors. And here, I think right now you're kind of being insecure. I think right now when you get 6, keep in mind you're in fog of war. He doesn't know you just hit 6. You're in a bush. He has no vision. He actually has no idea 6. You could literally just QE alt right now. He has no idea you're 6. If you really want to be insecure, you could even technically E alt Q. And the Q's guaranteed because if you E alt and then just Q instantly on top of yourself, it's going to guarantee land because he's obviously CC when he's ulted because he's knocked up. So I think right now you could instantly ERWQ him and he either dies or he gets chunked to like literally like one sliver and then he's forced to base and then you take all these camps. You'll take Raptors, Krugs, Top Crab, then you'll base and then you'll go back to your respawning bot camp. So you're going to be up 2 levels this game easily. But yeah, you miss your ult. This becomes extended. Their mid laner's able to come help now. Sport comes, helps. You still 1-for-1 it, thank God. But I definitely think this could have been better if you went earlier or you played it differently or blah, 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 blah. You know? Still fine, 1-for-1, and you guys Raptors, but it could have been way better, for sure. Here, I wouldn't open it. I'd open to Krugs and just clear it up, right? You only open to Raptors if you want to go for like a bot gank, but there's no bot ganks since MF just died. So I would just go Krugs, Raptors, Red. And after Red, you have a choice. Red to bot, like Dragon or bot fight, or just red to your top camps into grubs. I think when you do this, you only have one option, which is Raptors, Krugs, bot. If you do Krugs, you have two options, Krugs, Raptors, and now from Raptors, see how you could do this. Both are equal, but if you go Raptors to Krugs, now this is not equal. This is obviously way easier to do than this is because it's farther, right? You want to put yourself in central positions. From here, you could go anywhere, top, mid, bot. From Krugs, you can only really go mid or bot. You don't really want to go all the way to top side, right? Here you pull Dragon, looks good. Play into red, full clear up into grubs. Get all 3 grubs, check his top camp because he ganks spot, really good. Getting all 3 camps here is really, really good, correct, good job. Base right him. Now you clear downwards. Scuttle, blue, grump, wolves. Like, I don't know why the fuck did you just do blue into wolves? I have no idea. It's the same thing. Like here, where do you want to finish clear? Finish it at grump, and here you only have 2 options, top or mid. Finish it at wolves, and then you have 3 options, top, mid, bot. You see how, obviously, if you're here, you're just closer to everything. It's a central position. But here you go blue to wolves, and now you finish your clear grump. But now let's say there's a botter fight, for example, for some reason, these guys walk up, you're across the map from it, right? But if you're at wolves, you are slightly closer. I see no reason to skip your Raptors here, right? I see no reason to force a top gank. If I was you, I would literally go blue grump wolves, Raptors, and then I could do Raptors into his Raptors, you know? I just keep living his boss side. I do Raptors into his Krugs, and then I'll play for a top dive or top gank, right? Because this ends up working out, you still get this, but I think you could have literally got this exact same dive and still gotten your Raptors and his Raptors, and they come from behind and literally be in this exact same spot. So I want the same play you want. I want to dive top, fuck bot lane, but I'm doing your play plus 2 camps. Plus, in this case, it's not plus 2 camps, it's plus 3 camps because you're taking a camp away from Kayn, and also you're making sure he doesn't take your bot camp. But here he could just take here he could do Raptors into your Raptors, and then you're down a camp. It's not obviously the kill on tower is still worth, but why not get even more, right? You know, pro about this is good. 1-for-1 plus their mid jungle is 1 HP, so they're too low to contest dragons. So now you can just pull dragon since they're too low. Think you're just way too slow on this. Like you're over chasing. I think this is already good. It's 1-for-1, but this is you smited. You shouldn't have smited, bro. Like you didn't smite yet. You just smited now the last second for some reason. You just smited. Right now you should see this and think, oh nice free dragon. Why? Well look, there's support for support, even trade right. But jungle's half HP. You're above half, right? The Syndra's 1 HP. Your mid's full HP. So here you just pull dragon. If they fight the dragon, you'll win. It's a 3v3. 80 mid jungle versus 80 mid jungle, but their mid jungle is half HP. Our mid jungle is full and slightly above half. You'll be like, oh, this guy's so low too. But I think they're both equally low. The Syndra and the Tristana's equally low, but Syndra's more important for their team. Tristana's your weakest member, Syndra's their strongest member. So their strongest member is weak, while your weakest member is weak, right? So you see how the 3v3 is winning. But here you waste smite, you randomly start chasing them when you have no ult, your E's still down, you get chunked over the wall here, Echo gets chunked too, and now you feel demotivated to pull it, right? And I think here if you wanted to, I don't usually like flashing for 1 kill, but here if you wanted to, I think it's completely fine to leave flashing this guy's face, literally press W right now, He's right here. You can't see him, but he's right here. Literally just flash in his face, and then QE him, he dies. Or you can even EQ him if you're insecure and that kills him. And then the dragon's guaranteed because now the dragon's dead, they have no smite as well, right? Yeah, you kind of just end up walking around like this for like 20 seconds. And now you can't dragon, you're too low. And you gave such a time to recall. Okay, we heal up. Now we play the dragon. You hit the smite. Good job. Actually, you have a better smite. So if anything, when you have a better smite, first of all you should press tab to check. And you have better smite. You see how he could have smited here. You have better smite. Just take it easy. Just smite at 1200. At 1200, he still can't smite it. This smite's 1000. Well, 1200 is super easy for you. So anytime you have better smite, you don't have to go for perfect smite. You could go for very lazy chill smites. You know. Fight looks good. Good job. You got 3 kills and dragon. That's really fucking good. And you take a stop camps. This is a game-winning situation. You should win the game now. Now at this point, you should just go for guarantees, and you should keep your tempo high, which is what you don't do. You greeded your tempo. I think you should be basing like 20 years ago. You should be immediately basing after Krugs here. Just base right now. Here you cancel it. I guess they stop you. Okay, nice. You run away. This is fine. Just run away, run away, run away. And now just recall in this bush or this bush. You get your first item. You have your item, Leandri's, Riftmaker, whatever you want. You definitely have it. And then what are you gonna do? Then you could just literally recall here. Your ult's back up. You'll be full HP, obviously. And you'll do this. You'll just, wait for your mouse to be out of the way so you can see the map. Okay, you literally just go, and you'll do Herald, then Scuttle, Blue, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, and then you could play, by then Dragon's like 2 minutes, and then you could play the Herald bot tower, invade his bot side, recall, play back into your full clear again, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, and then you'll play Dragon. And you're just playing a guarantee game, high gold, high tempo. Here the jungle died, so obviously this Herald's guaranteed. Um, if anything, if you want to instantly pull this Herald because the jungle died, that's fine too. But I would just instantly pull Herald and then do camps. Why would I do camps first? I want to do guarantee get this now while the jungle's dead. But when you do Gromp and then Blue, by the time you finish your Blue, now the jungles respawn. So now if you pull this Herald, tell me one reason why he can't just. Yeah, you can't pull it because he's up. So I would just here either insta base or just insta pull this Herald and then base and then you'll full clear down your base, and you'll do Blue, Gromp, Wolf, Raptors, Krugs, play for bot tower with Herald, play for Dragon respawning, and just play a team game based on objectives, Dragons, Heralds, Towers, and blah blah blah. You know, when you're strongest guy in the game, which you are, it's your job to use your lead and impact the map, but you're kind of just doing your own thing. I ask you, if you look at the enemy team comp, who's the easiest person to kill on their team? Who's the hardest? I'll wait for you to press tab so we can look at all their champions. Who's easy guys to kill? Immobile mid laner, Immobile AD carry, or the I guess this guy's immobile too, but he has Ghost, and he has the only person in this game with magic resist. Hex Drinker Merc. So tanky guy with Ghost, no resistances, no dashes, no Ghost, no resistances, no dashes, no Ghost. Who should we play for? Kill this guy or kill this guy? Um, who should we play for? The guy who's 2 items, or the guy that's item and a half? I think the option is obviously play for Tristana and avoid this guy. Not that you can't kill him, but he's the only guy that's hard for you to kill. So what does that mean? I'm gonna go here after I kill this Herald. Kill Herald right now. And then I see the immobile AD carry pushing mid. Let me go kill mid lane. I see my Echoes pushing bot lane. Let me go bot, right? Dragon spawns in 2 minutes. I can literally go Raptors and then go Herald bot or Herald mid, or I can go Raptors into Protobelt, E ult the Misfortune, burn her flash. Now she has no flash for the dragon fight. Or should I go and dive a Darius who's full magic resist with 0 vision topside? You know what I mean? So in no world would I ever go topside here. He's a full Mon and Merc Treads. I also don't know why you go Bloodletter second when they only have a single guy with MR. Bloodletter is like going a Void Staff second. Would you ever go Void Staff when they only have a single MR target? No, I would just go. I think you just go Riftmaker second or Leandre second or Zanya's or something. That's not Bloodletter's a bad item. I just don't see the point. Here instead of being top, well, you imagine they send 4 top, and here you would just Herald the tower or Herald bot tower and break this entire tower with your 3 grubs. You know. But here by the time you get here, too late. Now that enemy team is able to go top and come here and answer the mid play. So now you just can't force it. You made a mistake. It's fine. Don't cry over spilt milk. It's just too late to go for the mid play. Like they're already here to answer it, right? You only want it to go mid if because they all show top, but they're not. They're all here now. And now your team obviously you get the tower still, but your team dies because they were over chasing. And now Aurora died, Tristana died. You lost a shutdown. You lose mid tower. Echo that I wanted you to hover. So if Kayn ever goes to solo kill Echo, but you're behind him, if you're here or you're here, you're in this bush, whatever, and he goes for this kill, and you should just show up, press the E ult button on Kayn, he just dies, right? So Echo should be playing for. Tristana should be played for. Darius should not be played for. So I think you just have everything backwards. Syndra's easy to kill. Misfortune's easy to kill. Honestly, even Kayn's easy for you to kill nowadays. Darius is the only guy that's hard to kill. So I just think the last 3 minutes has just been really bad. Like I think the way you sequence the top camps and Herald was bad. And then what you prioritize there was bad. And here this is really simple. You just ran into Syndra stun. It's not too complicated. Syndra stun into MF ult gave a huge shutdown. Not really much else for me to say. Other than this game, I will also never go tab buys because you're gonna go Zanya's third or fourth usually, right? So you're gonna have armor from Zanya's. So I think I'll just go merch treads so you don't get CC locked, right? So they have Syndra stun, they have Nautilus Q, they have Nautilus ult, you know. Or I'll just not buy boots at all and just rush my item. And here also when you enter fights, Dinah never wants to just like do what you do. You could go to you could loop this way. You can flash over this wall. You can proto E. You know what I mean? Why you don't just run at them? It's just lazy, right? Your Tristana's not even here yet. Wait for Tristana to walk in the fight, and then if they all focus you, maybe Tristana can jump in. Like you're just lazy. You could flank, wait for your AD carry. Um, Obviously wait for Syndra to use their stun, and then look to E in or proto belt in. But you're not tracking enemy spells. You're not looking at where your teammates are. You're just like, oh, I'm fed. Let me just run in and die. You know, that's not how the game works. You have to count. You have to enter fights and think, what are the threats they have? Threats are CC. What threats CC do they have? They have Nautilus Q, Nautilus Assault, Syndra stun. Sick. If I see Nautilus use his Syndra stun, I'm sorry, his Q and ult on someone else, I see Syndra stun, now you could do whatever the fuck you want. You can flash in, E and proto belt in, because all their CC, or AK, all their threats to you, are on CD. But if you don't track their spells and you just run in whenever you want, then you're going to get CC locked, and you're going to die, and, it's just really bad. That Aurora would not have won you that fight. UTPing him is just cope. You're not even watching. Like, I actually love your flank angle, but you need to be watching the fight to know should I go and should I not go. And you're not even like, you know, because this is a 3v3. Like, it could just be you, Echo Tarek versus MF Syndra and Nautilus, right? It's even numbers. 3 of them, 3 of you. Um, so you could technically fight right now. I mean, I think it's probably a losing fight. It's fine not to. What even happened? When did Echo die? Or sorry, when did Aurora die? Aurora died pushing top, yeah. No, I don't think there's anything good done here, actually. But I do think it's either, if you're going to fight, go fight. I'm not saying this fight's winning. I actually think this fight's losing. But if you're going to be here, then just commit to the mid fight. And if you don't think this mid fight's good, then why are you even standing here? Go do something else. Go hit enemy Gromp, or go hit just bot tower with Tristana. But you can't be here for the fight, but then not fight. It's either, take the fight or trade. It's the only two options in League. Match or trade, match or trade. But here you're not matching them, and you're not trading. So it's either just commit to the fight with Echo and get triple killed, or maybe win the fight somehow, or just go and hover to Tristana. And if Kayn goes for Tristana kill, you'll save Tristana, kill Kayn, and then you have 3 grubs, so you and Tristana should literally one-shot this bot tower. So it's either just commit to this fight with Echo, or just be hitting bot tower with Tristana right now. Only 2 options. I hate option C, which is try to be a part of the mid fight and then try to hover Tristana, because you try to do 2 things at once, you're gonna end up doing neither of them. That's usually how League is. Now you commit to this fight. I mean, here I don't know why you flash. Your Q's up. You could just Q. The Q kills. Here you flashed. Q's up at 0. Your Q's up right now. So the same way you're flashing, you're spamming flash. You could be just spamming Q, and this Q would have killed him. You end up killing him with the Q anyways, right? So what was the flash for? You could have Q'd him, killed him, and then flashed towards tower and lived. And it's 1 for 1. Finally have a Riftmaker. Nice flank. 2-man ult. Tarek gets here in time to save you. Tarek's stun was huge here. Well played. And spamming Baron. 3 deaths, spamming Baron, spamming Baron, spamming Baron, spamming Baron, spamming Baron. Kayn's bots, go Baron, go 3-man Baron. You, Aurora, Taric. As long as Taric can tank it for you, you can just solo Baron with your damage, right? So I think this is a mistake. If Darius comes, you guys will just 3v1 him, right? I think you're not Taric will heal you the full with his passive. You have W shield. You have Taric stun. You have bloodletters for this Darius. You shouldn't care about his MR. I definitely think you guys could have, especially when you see Kayn bot here. I definitely think you guys could 100% 3-man this Baron. Even if you went to it now, Darius technically base, so Darius wouldn't have even been there. So you guys is a big lost opportunity. You should have got this Baron for sure. So you guys push mid, get one tower, Taric dies. Yeah, 100% should have Baron there. I think that was potentially game winning if you got Baron there. Here Kayn dies. If I'm you, I'm spamming in Baron, spamming in Baron, spamming in Baron. There's 45, and it's their jungle. They have no smite. Who the fuck's gonna stop you from doing Baron? Who's gonna smite it away from you? Just go do Baron. What's more important, a dragon or a Baron, right? I mean, I think it's fine getting dragon too. It's still a good objective. I just think Baron is obviously stronger, and I think either is guaranteed dragon, the Baron, hitting it. Again, in League, there's nothing more OP than number advantage. So when the jungle's dead, you have number advantage. There you go. Now we have to be careful. They don't Baron because they have number advantage now. So I would never show bot. Like here, just base, but here you show on bot wave. So like you're literally spinging danger on Baron. You think they're gonna go Baron, but then you show bot lane. Maybe these guys are thinking about Baron, but they're not 100% confident. But then when they see that the enemy smite, aka the Diana, shows bot lane, now there's nothing stopping them from Baron. They're thinking, oh, Diana's bot, pull Baron, pull Baron, pull Baron. I guarantee that's what they're thinking, right? They have no smite. Their smite's across the map. But you can still contest the Baron 45, right? It might not be easy, but you're Diana, you're good in these like pit areas because they're enclosed spaces. At the very least, you could always 50-50, nothing stopping you from 50. But by the time you get here, the Baron's basically already fucking low, and then they just end up turning on you. And you also same as before. You kind of just instantly run in. You could check the fog over with your Q. You could walk as a flank, but same as Dragon, you just ran into them and died and got hit by every Syndra stun and Knowledge Q. Another reason why I think you should just go Merc Treads, because here you see how you're going Zanyas anyways. So the Zanyas would give you armor. Yeah, imagine you didn't die here. I think you literally aced them here. Kill Kayn, kill Misfortune, steal Baron, and you win the game. So yeah, I don't know. I think this game is definitely again. I do think your team is Echoes. Your team is getting caught a lot, but I definitely think you could have carried this game. I think you had a huge lead and you kind of just didn't use it in any way. You could have been proactive, pulling Baron, forcing fights, shouting your teammates. Finally, we were doing proactive stuff, and this fight looks pretty good. I'd be surprised if you lost it. It looks like a great start to the fight. Since just 1 HP, Knowledge 1 HP. I guess at this point they're just too strong. This is a great start to the fight. This guy has just Zanya's, unfortunately, too. But yeah, I don't know, I think you just weren't proactive enough. I think now when you're doing proactive plays, they look pretty good. Even when your team's down like 5,000 gold, probably. But you just have to do this way earlier. I think the big one is shadowing on side lane. When you have like teammates pushing side lane, like Aurora split pushing top, or Echo split pushing bot lane, or something like that, and you're super strong as jungle, you should just be standing behind them. And if your Echo's pushing bot and Kayn tries to kill him, and you're behind him, you're gonna kill that Kayn and save Echo. Or if it's just Sana's doing it, same thing, right? Okay. I think you're also just late to a lot of stuff. Have it be map awareness or being greedy for camps, either one. The biggest one is in fights is not counting enemy abilities. Like if I was you, I always think about threats. Threats are A, CC, B is high burst spells. So when I think like Syndra stun is up, Knowledge Q is up, I'm not going in. I'm waiting for those abilities to be burned, and then I'm gonna go in, right? High burst spells could be like Kayn W, MF ult. If I see MF ult Kayn ult being used, then I'll go in because threats are CC and high burst. But you're not like counting there's Syndra stun or Kayn W or MF ult. You're just running in. You're not thinking about these spells being up at all. I think at this point the game's hard to play. I think your teammates are simply too behind. Literally every single one of your teammates is behind except for top lane, but Aurora is such a shit champ. Okay, you got a pick. And here if I was you, spamming Baron, spamming Baron, spamming Baron. Yes, good pings. 2 dead, spamming Baron. Okay, King goes for one shot Tristana. Miss your Q. Nice Zanyas. Yeah, I mean that was a good pick by Kayn. It happens. I think it's too hard to pull now. It happened. And it's the same as before. You're just not thinking about Syndra stun at all. You haven't respected Syndra stun with this game. I think you've gotten hit by every single Syndra stun. Because here technically, if Syndra dies and you live, you guys can still Baron now. Because even though Tristana is dead, they have 3 dead. You have 1 dead. That's a 4v2. Obviously, you should always be able to Baron 4v2. So I think this is another third opportunity to Baron this game, which you fucked up on. I'll just go to the last 2 fight of the game. Oh, actually, I'll go here when you lost Baron because this Baron is the one that lost you the game. Okay, get a pick on Syndra. Yeah, you got a pick. You're too low to fight, and your team just lost. Okay, this is not your fault. Last game of the 19 fight, your team just walked in and died. Nothing you could have done. But yeah, and I think this game is definitely winnable. If you have any questions, Bailey, just message me on Discord. But that's kind of all I have for you for this game. All right, goodbye.